It's crazy. I feel like I was just here yesterday playing UMass Lowell in our first game as freshmen, playing in front of cardboard faces, and now to see where we are now is kind of crazy and surreal.
What's been the biggest accomplishment of this class? You guys have gone through so much adversity just to fight and be where you are.
I mean, you can look at like what we've done on the court. Freshman year making the Final Four, the next year making the national championship game, but I think it's just everything that we went through, the bonds that we've had, the memories that we've created. I mean, stuff that's happened here I'll remember for the rest of my life, and these relationships I'll have for the rest of my life. So I think that's the biggest takeaway. You even talk to some of the alums that won the national championship. Everybody remembers the national championship, but they more remember the memories and the struggles that it took to get there, and the bonds that they created. So just all of that combined, and just continue to work for stuff this season, I think we'll remember a lot.
Do you feel like everything you guys have gone through has changed your relationships, either with each other, with coach, you know, just how has that kind of impacted the interpersonal side of things?
I think even coming in as freshmen, having the COVID year where we didn't have any other friends, we were with each other 24/7, there was no escape. It bonded us like no other. I mean, those guys are like my sisters, like, feels like I've known them my entire life. So even just that, my freshman year, and then obviously the adversity that followed just created such a strong bond that nothing could ever break it. And I mean, we feel as individuals and as a group that nothing can break us, and everything that life has thrown at us these past 4 years, we feel like we can handle anything that comes our way.
We have to ask, you know, are you deciding to announce your plans tomorrow or wait until later in the season?
I guess we'll see. I
mean, I know you said this earlier in the year, but just how much does everybody else making their decision impact yours? Like, how much are you guys even right now kind of talking about what the future might look like?
Yeah, we talk about it often, just about, I mean, we all of our senior class has the option to come back, so we talk about what we want to do, the future, what next year could hold. And then you look at the people that we don't have that's not playing this year, and you obviously, the past couple of years, we've kind of learned not to get our hopes up, but you can't help it sometimes, just what this team could look like when we're fully healthy. So that's always like half glass full, sort of optimistic approach of us favoring wanting to come back, but then obviously pondering the future, the draft, starting to become a professional, which UConn does a great job preparing you for. So it's a lot of conversations, just picking each other's brains, trying to see what everybody else is going to do.
Hey, you haven't played a full season since your freshman year. How do you feel right now?
I'm good. Honestly, I try to not focus on the mental fatigue, the physical fatigue, because the more I think about it and the more I tell myself I'm tired or physically tired or mentally tired, the more it becomes reality, and you want to manifest positive things. And I'm just so grateful to be playing basketball. Like last year in this position, I don't care if I played 40 minutes the entire season at the power forward position. Like, I would have done it 10 times out of 10. Like, there's nothing I'd rather be doing. So honestly, I don't really care how I'm feeling. I'm just excited to play basketball, and I know that the most important part of the season is coming up. So it really rejuvenates you and makes you not ever want to be tired. So.
All right.
Well, we call each other twins. Like, I call her my twin. She calls me her twin. But it's weird. It's like a telepathical, I think that's the word, like, connection that we have where we think the same, we act the same. And we just have like the same character about us, very caring, very loyal. But she's like my sister, and we fight a lot. We go back and forth, two very stubborn people as well. Don't ever want to be wrong. So we get into a lot of arguments, but at the end of the day, like, it's what sisters do. Like, you fight one day and the next day you wake up in the morning like you want to go to Starbucks. So it's stuff like that I want her to be like my sister forever. I cherish our relationship so much. But yeah, very, very, very strong relationship.
Most players, I think, when they play 4 years, I think probably feel like some sort of obligation that they had is met, you know, and those that get cheated out of playing. And the reason I mention Aubrey is because she's missed effectively 2 years now, you know, the back surgery and then this. So, you know, I would think she would want to do another year because she only played 2 years, theoretically, you know. But I think that, you know, the guys that have, in general, I think in college, guys that have played 4 years, especially now, after COVID's over, this won't be an issue anymore, you know. Nobody will have that extra year. But, yeah, I remember asking Dorka, I said, Dorka, you're doing senior night. Does that mean you're leaving? She goes, I don't know. I said, okay. So that's the world we live in now. What do you want me to tell you?
Do you expect all four to make their decisions in March rather than now? Or?
Yeah, I would think so. I would think if they haven't said anything to me, haven't said anything to you guys, they'd probably just have wanted to just concentrate on the season. And you don't know. I mean, who was the most shocked person in the world when Azare left? You know, I like, where'd that come from? It came out of the blue, 100% out of the blue. So I've learned to just, you know, when's the free agent deadline? That's how you got to look at it right now. When's the first day that players can announce their free